This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Well, finally, Mase speaks out again on Diddy. Sauce Money recently did that. Diddy was doing his icon acceptance speech, and Sauce Money said, "I respect the message." And Sauce Money wrote for Diddy. He wrote "I'll Be Missing You" and a bunch of other songs, and he did songs with Jay-Z. He said, but he practices the same backdoor politics against his own people as they do. Him and his friend Jay-Z both do the same thing. If the Grammys are on the clock, they are too. Showing, hey, make right on all the wrongs you did. Diddy's the same person who had the locks in a messed up contract where he owned their publishing and was giving it to his kids, right? Mase too. Now Mase, everyone heard that speech, and Diddy was coming at the Academy saying that they don't respect, black music and everything. But Diddy put so many people in bad recording contracts. It's like, what do they call it? The pot calling the kettle black. It's like, it's like a bank robber that's actively robbing banks saying, don't rob banks. It's like, bro, you're doing just what they do. So Sauce Money said this. I agreed with him a few days ago, and now Mase speaks out, and let's hear what he said. And Mase has had his ups and downs with Diddy. He tried to get out of his recording contract for years with Diddy. So this is what he says verbatim. Let me read it verbatim. He says, Diddy. Here we go. Diddy, I heard your Grammy speech about how you are now for the artist and how the artist must take back control. I mean, that's been going on. I think Cormega was one of the first to go indie with Koch. And then a lot of artists followed suit afterwards. Let's talk about, Jim Jones went indie. A bunch of artists started going indie when it was in taking back more control of their music. He said, so I will be the first to take the initiative, Mase says. Also, before we ask our other ethnicities to do us right, we should do us as black people better, especially the creators. I heard you loud and clear when you said that you are now for the artist, and to that my response is, if you want to see change, you can make change today by starting with yourself. Your past business practices knowingly has continued, purposely starved your artist, and been extremely unfair to the very same artists that helped you obtain that Icon Award on the iconic Bad Boy label. For example, you still got me in my publishing from 24 years ago, in which you gave me $20,000, which makes me never want to work with you as an artist. Wouldn't, after someone is robbing you and tarnishing your name when you don't want to comply with his horrendous business model. However, people would always ask, what's up with Mase? So I would be forced to still perform to not look crazy when I was getting peanuts, and the robbery would continue. So many great moments in people's lives and music were lost. Absolutely. You notice most of Diddy's artists only did one album. Maybe two. Diddy owned the recording studio that they were all recording in and still charged them horrendous rates for studio time. But again, I rode with you in the face of death without flinching, and you still wouldn't do right. I never said anything because I wanted to wait until I was financially great so I can be ensured that I was addressing this from a pure place and not out of spite. To add insult, you keep screaming black excellence and love, but I know love isn't free. So I offered you $2 million in cash just a few days ago to sell me back my publishing, as his biggest artist still living. That always show you respect for giving me an opportunity at 19 years old. Your response was, if I can match that the European guy offered, I guess some European guy offered him, it would be the only way I could buy it back. Or else I can wait until I'm 50 years old and it will revert back to me from when I was 19 years old. You bought it for around $20,000. I offered you $2 million in cash. this is not black excellence at all. When your own race is enslaving us. If it's about us owning, it can't be about us owning each other. No more hiding behind the love. You changed, give the artists back their money so they can take care of their families. I couldn't agree more. The Locks had to fight for their publishing. They had to expose Diddy, have public arguments with Diddy on the phone. Listen to that iconic Angie Martinez interview with Jadakiss and Styles P talking about Diddy, and Diddy calls up and they have an argument on the phone. He's like, come to the office and we talk about this. And you know, it's nasty, man. Diddy's kind of nasty with his business practices. Most of these people you see in high positions, right? They did some things to get there sometimes, you know. I've seen Khaled do underhanded things with Ace Hood. Jay-Z's been questionable with his dealings with Dame Dash and their company. It's just funny. I don't know, man. We'll have to see. But I appreciate you guys. What do you guys think? And it's just good that, you know, Mase is speaking his truth, because we're wondering, where is the Mase music? He dropped Oracle. He never dropped an album. Maybe this is why. Maybe he would have lost most of his money to Diddy. But there has to be, you know, don't just do this because it's hot right now to, you know, put the power back to the creator. Diddy and them seem to follow what's trendy at the moment instead of doing what is right. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys, and I will check you guys in the next one. It's JordanTower, JT News. Peace.